Hi everyone, it's James here from Pro Tools Expert. Now, another one of the goodies we got in the recent update for UAD-2 from Universal Audio is this baby, the SVT-3 Pro bass amp simulation from our friends at Brainworx. Now, if the SVT VR is everything retro about bass amps, the 3 Pro is everything up-to-date, high-tech and modern sounding about bass amps. This thing might as well be called the de facto bass amp for the gigging pro. I've had the misfortune of having to lift one of these things for about the last 10 years because the bass player in my band actually uses one, and these things sound absolutely incredible. As with all Ampeg gear, it's really easy to set up, so let's get a close-up look at the plugin. So far left we have our gain control with various settings for high and low gain. We then have our fairly feature-packed EQ section with the kind of 5-way rotary switch to get that really nice tight mid that these amps are really known for. We then have the tube section, so you get that nice tube warmth with that nice tight mid. And then we have our graphic EQ section, which really allows us to shape the sound and get, say, it's an SVT sound. That's how these things sound. They sound absolutely killer. And of course we have the effects rack section, which gives us all the goodies that we didn't necessarily get built in with the amp. So we have our compressor and gate, power soak, and cabinet selection. And as you'd expect, it's a wealth of cabinets with a wealth of different microphones. So let's get down and dirty and let's go through some of these presets. This is the default setting it comes with straight out of the metaphorical box. Straight away, it's a much tighter sound. It's a much more modern sound than the vintage sound in the VR. This thing is, I love the sound of this amp. It's an absolutely beautiful thing, as a drummer, to lock in with that really nice, tight, bunchy sound. Obviously, a more modern bass is probably helping, but it's just a great sounding amplifier. Let's try some more of these presets. Alt-Rock A. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. There is a preset in here for every possible musical scenario. Compressed metal. And you can see how the graphic and scooping the graphic out is really sort of losing all that kind of mid and that sort of upper bass section, so you get a really nice tight punchy sound. Funky bass, here we go. Jazz session. This amp was for a time the go-to amp for the session players. So for the jazz stuff, this is going to be an absolute dream. Beautiful sustain on that tone, absolutely incredible. Let's go for some low funk. It's just the right sort of bass sound. It's something I really like. I mean, it just sounds absolutely killer to me. Mid boost 4x10. There we go. Again, we have a selection with no cabinet, so it's just the DI sound. Rock bass picked. Well, for that, I'll reach for the pick again and see what we get. Very kind of Blur-esque, I think, that one. And solid bass 8x10. Yes, I have to carry one of these every gig. And for some reason, I'm really loving this preset on both of these ones. Cool. So once again, the guys at Universal Audio and Brainworx knock it out of the park with another fantastic amp simulation. This time, the rather beautiful and the classic SVT-3 Pro. I get to listen to the real thing of this every weekend and every gig, and it is a delight. So to have this in your UAD amp model arsenal is just the metaphorical no-brainer. So I've been James. This has been the SVT-3 Pro from Universal Audio and Brainworx, and I hope to see you again soon for another gear review.